I'm sure you, like many other creatives and videographers and filmmakers, are very, very good at the creative side, but struggle a lot when it comes to the business side of things. Well, that's why I've created this channel, to give back as much valuable information as possible for free so that you can start to grow your businesses. I hate seeing people who are amazingly creative and very talented fail because they simply don't understand a few key aspects to running a videography business. This is something that over the last few years we've been able to do really well, and it's enabled us to grow our team, expand into a new studio, increase our client base, and work for global brands all over the world. And I'll be completely honest with you, I'm not the best filmmaker there ever was. I can do a fairly good job, our team can do a fairly good job too, but we understand what businesses are looking for, and that's why I'm here to help you have the same success within your businesses too. So let's jump straight into the meat of this video, and some of these tips are the things that people who, when they first sign up to my course, really struggle with the most. And for those of you who stay around to the end, I'm going to be giving you a bonus tip on how you can actually sign clients in the next couple of months. Now, no one in their right mind would get on an aeroplane with no idea of where it's heading or where the destination is. And yet so many people run their businesses in this exact same way. So the best thing that you can start off by doing is creating a business plan. I will have another video on this channel about this as well, so you definitely keep your eyes open for how to create a business plan. It doesn't need to be boring, and actually it gives you a definite understanding of where you're going as a business. And just by simply writing it down on paper, because you might think that you know it, but when you start to write things down, it becomes so much more certain, but it also makes you question where you're going with your business. Do you want a production company with lots of people? Do you just want to remain freelance? If you want to do that, who do you want to work for? And once you've mapped out a bit of a plan of where the future of your business is going, it makes it a lot easier to make key business decisions that's going to help you grow, and also know where your ideal clients are hiding so that you can get more work. Because if you're working in industries that you're passionate about, it makes your sales process so much easier too. So starting with a solid business plan is a key foundation to any successful business. Just keep it super short. What are you looking to achieve? Who are your ideal clients? Who do you want to be working for? And how do you think you're going to get there? What kind of milestones or goals will you have to reach if you want to become a big production company with a big team, etc., etc. Now, next up on my list, which is key to any growing freelancer or video production company, is behind the scenes content. Now, this is a little bit difficult if you are a one-man band and you've got no one to come and film you. So it might be worth collaborating with some local filmmakers who are just starting out too, and perhaps they can shoot some behind the scenes in return for a small fee, or maybe some shadowing experience or something like that. But having behind the scenes content for your business is so valuable because it's the thing that's going to make your potential clients connect better with you. And it also gives your target market an understanding of the kind of equipment you use, the process that goes into filming. So that's what separates you opposed to anyone else, is because they actually get to see what you do and what they're paying for. So if you can show them all the fancy stuff that you do, even if you're just starting out, that's going to be really appealing to when you're going to speak to businesses later on, because they're going to be able to look and see what value for money they get straight away. And remember, you're not targeting this stuff to your friends and your family and trying to impress those people. You need to be thinking about who you're trying to impress, and that's generally speaking business owners. So make sure all of your content is tailored so that business owners will find it attractive and appealing, and they're going to want to speak to you. So definitely include behind the scenes content. Now, this next tip is a huge bugbear of mine. When I'm first dealing with students that come onto my course, they always overlook this, and it's so damaging to their businesses. Now, if you have a client and they need you to work on Friday, but you can't, you've already got a shoot booked in, most people will just say, look, I'm really sorry, I can't do it. I can't move the other shoot. That's just how it is. You'll have to find someone else. Now, what do you think that client's going to do? They're going to find someone else, and you've just got to hope that they don't do a better job than what you can do. And that if they do a better job, is that client really going to come back and use you? Probably not. But instead, what you can do is you can outsource that work. And what I would suggest doing is just get involved in as many groups as you possibly can on Facebook, get networking and start to collaborate with people, start to build up a list of people who you could use on a per project basis. You can always get them to sign non-disclosure agreements or things like that saying that they won't steal your customers, but then you keep the client happy because they're still effectively using you, you're just outsourcing it. And be transparent about this, by the way, let them know that's what you're doing. But it takes the pressure off of them, they don't need to find someone else, and it means that it's still running through you, so you can keep a watchful eye on what's going on. Otherwise, the alternative is they use someone else, and if they do a better job than you, then that's it. You've lost that business for the rest of time. Now, just before we move on to the next couple of tips, if you are enjoying this video, please hit the subscribe button. We would really, really appreciate it. And let me know what you think in the comments below. If there's any videos that you would like to see, let me know. I reply to as many people as I possibly can. And we've dedicated this channel to giving away more information for free than most people would have you pay for. So if that sounds like something you want to be involved in, smash that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Now, if you have a videography business, then you need to make sales. It's the same for any business, for that matter of fact. And a really good way of being able to create new sales is going to networking events. I think it's something that's actually really underappreciated and undervalued. There's a lot of different types of networking events out there, some that are a little bit more pricey than others, some that are a little bit more flexible. They might meet up every 2 weeks opposed to every single week. So have a little look in your local area and see what networking events there are and see what ones you think would be a good fit for your business. What kind of people could you be talking to that are perhaps your ideal audience? And you'll know this if you've done my first tip really well, which was creating a good business plan and understanding the route that you want to go down. Also, I'm going to include something else here, and that is ask for referrals. If you already have businesses that you're working for, ask them. Just say, look, I'm looking to grow my business to that next level. Do you know anyone that could benefit from our services? Most of the time, someone will know someone with their own business and they'd be happy to put you in touch. If you're doing a good job for them at the moment, then they certainly aren't going to be worried about recommending you to a friend. And referrals have a much higher success rate of landing that job and getting it all signed off and getting a new client than it does cold outreaching. So definitely ask for referrals. Don't be scared to ask. You're growing your businesses, and that's really, really important. Okay, now the last key tip before I move into my bonus tip, where we'll be talking about outreach methods, specifically looking at Instagram. Now, it shouldn't take a genius to work out that if your mind isn't in the right place, your business isn't going to be in the right place either. You're going to really struggle to make key business decisions and make sure you stay on top of all of that work. We've all experienced times in our life where we feel overwhelmed, perhaps anxious, depressed, and just general feelings that things aren't going your way. And business is no different at all, but those personal emotions that you have can have a big effect on the outcome of your business later on. And one of the best things that I can suggest to someone initially is create a good routine. Even if you're working from home, from your bedroom, wherever you are, try and create a routine. Now, some of you out there will be going, well, Ross, it's really hard to have a routine in our kind of industry because we're always working all hours of the day. I mean, yes, when you're on a shoot, but otherwise you can definitely utilize a 9-to-5 routine. And I know that because I do the same thing. Now, 9 to 5 might not be something that you're looking for. You could always do 10 to 6, but try and structure your day so you know that you're working between those hours. And then after that time, when you clock off from work, the same as an employee, you can go home and switch off, and that's your own time. That's your time to spend with your friends, your family, going to the gym, whatever activities you like to do. It's really important to have a work-life balance and not burn the candle at both ends, because if you are working at all hours of the day, you're replying to emails in the evening and all of these things, it's gonna have a huge impact on how long you can sustain that for before you start making bad decisions or things just start falling apart. And a routine is such a simple way of being able to do that. Hold yourself accountable, and if you've got a shoot on, yeah, no worries, go with that shoot day. Your routine doesn't apply when you've got a shoot on, but when you're in the office, when you should be editing, doing sales or anything like that, have a structured routine. Now, to those of you who have made it this far, this is my bonus tip. I really appreciate you sticking around. If you have enjoyed this content, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Hit the like button and definitely make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you can be notified every time we release more valuable content that's gonna help you grow your video production business. One of the best ways as a beginner or as a growing production company or even as a freelancer is going to be using Instagram to do outreach on. On Instagram, you can very easily like someone's page and then it will give you suggestions of other pages like that. So if you go and like a business page, you'll see lots of other business pages that are similar. You can go and follow them, interact with them, and then send them a message and say, hey, would you be keen in working together? And that's why it's important that you've got good behind the scenes content as well as examples of your work on your business Instagram page too. Because one of the first things they're going to do is look at your Instagram page and make sure you're a legitimate business or at least a real person, and they're going to want to get excited when they view your page. So make sure you've got your page looking absolute fire and you're going to have a better chance of success. Now, if you're a freelancer, then yes, you're still dealing with businesses in that method, but you also want to look at production companies as well. Go and follow a few production companies, get in touch with them and see if they can put you on their books. Like I was explaining earlier on about outsourcing, all of these production companies will do exactly the same thing. They'll have a list of people that they'll want to use with examples of their work on a per project basis. So try and get yourselves on those lists, and that's going to be a really simple method for you to be able to grow. And because Instagram is modern, you're going to be connecting with people who are like-minded, wanting to grow their businesses too, and it's a great collaborative platform that's going to help you grow your business as well as you helping them get to where they want to be too. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more valuable content, then I definitely recommend you check out this video of how we can take a business from $0 a month all the way up to 10K. There's loads of information about retainers and structures that you should be using within your business if you want to grow quickly. So make sure you check that out. Until next time, peace.